why are we letting potentially dangerous individuals out into the community in the first place?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't understand. It should not. They should do something about it. They're right in the midst where there's all kinds of kids, little ones, playing. They don't realize what's in danger for them.
David Menzies for the Rebel News here in Hamilton. Well, what an outrage. Gordon Stuckless, the serial pedophile, made infamous by his antics at Maple Leaf Gardens, in which he lured young boys into his lair with the promise of hockey tickets and autographs and sports paraphernalia. Well, despite more than 100 charges in terms of his pedophile behavior, he is out on day parole. Now, you may recall, he's already done years in the slammer, but last year the Crown considered it inefficient. He was tried again. He was sentenced last June to 10 years. It's just not even a year later, folks, and he's out on day parole. He is residing at this halfway house, which is just a half block away from a park where children play, McLaren Park. This is incredible. Now, I've been waiting out here for a couple of hours, trying to see if I can catch Mr. Stuckless. However, I'm now going to go and see if I can get an interview with the executive director of this facility and find out why he's here and why he was released in the first place. I mean, his lawyer, Ari Goldkind, who, if you can believe it, folks, actually ran for mayor of Toronto, he says Stuckless is not a threat to anyone, that he's had an exemplary record in the last several months. Well, yeah, of course, because he was behind bars.
He turned his life around. He made a vow never to harm another hair on a child's head.
And as for the Hamilton police, it appears that they didn't even warn this neighborhood that a serial pedophile is here. I'm going to try to get a comment from them too. In the meantime, let's see what the executive director of St. Leonard's, the halfway house where Stuckless is staying, has to say about this. Oh, hi, are you Mr. Clinton?
I'm John Clinton.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Clinton. David Menzies of Rebel News. I'm just trying to find out if Gordon Stuckless would be available for an interview, please.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Well, I wouldn't even confirm Gordon Stuckless's address or where he's at. This is,
Isn't it a given that he resides here, or?
No, it's not a given.
Oh, okay.
It's not a given, and we don't give out personal information of our clients.
Can you tell me, Mr. Clinton, why is there such protection for the privacy of a serial pedophile?
I'm not going to speak about any specific case. I think that everybody deserves privacy.
Is there any kind of guarantee that the citizens of Hamilton have that this man won't reoffend?
There's never any guarantee about any of our behavior, is there? What I do know is that this person, people that are coming out have been deemed safe for release to the community by a group of people whose job it is to assess that risk.
And are their jobs on the line if they make the wrong call?
I don't know the answer to that question.
I'm just wondering if you have any empathy for the outrage and the anger out there that any kind of individual, without naming names, would have such a odious record and be released into the community.
I think I do have a pretty good idea. Well, I've been doing this for a long time, and St. Leonard's has operated in Hamilton for 43 years.
Can you give me your record in terms of those visitors to St. Leonard's that reoffend?
It's very, very low, close to zero.
Oh, it's that good then?
That's that good.
Okay. What is it you do that you're able to turn around their behavior?
So people coming out of prison greatly benefit by help with the transition from being in prison to being back in the community. The option would be that they come out with no help. Okay. When people have access to supports in the community, when people have access to, if they need employment or housing, when they have access to develop those things before they're coming out of jail, then they seem to do much better.
I would take it you're a resident nearby. What do you...
Lots of grandchildren.
Oh, gee. Okay, so this is obviously a concern for you, isn't it?
Yes, it sure is. I wish they'd move it to a place where, they're not around little children. There's lots of little kids that go to the park here, and they're allowed to come out here and sit. I don't think it's right. It should not be. They should be kept in where the kids are free. I've watched people going down the street naked.
Oh, you've seen that on this street.
Oh, yes, I have. And with the crack and stuff, it's so bad.
Why are we letting potentially dangerous individuals out into the community in the first place?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't understand it. It should not. They should do something about it. They're right in the midst where there's all kinds of kids, little ones, playing. They don't realize what's in danger for them.
And of course, you are a young mother. You've got your little one out on the stroller. Does this make you uneasy that someone who has been convicted of molesting more than 100 little boys is now free to come and go as he pleases in this neighborhood?
Yeah, that's horrible. Like, I have a little boy of my own, and I wouldn't be able to imagine that.
Do you think this is the justice system letting us down?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, are you, now that you know this information, because as I understand it, Hamilton police didn't inform the neighborhood that this serial pedophile is coming here. Now that you know this information, ma'am, are you going to take added steps to ensure the safety of yourself and your child?
Yes. That's horrible. I want to make a complaint. I'm going to make a complaint.
Well, folks, I'm standing outside Hamilton Police Headquarters, and I was just hoping to get an answer vis-a-vis policy when a dangerous offender or a sexual predator is released into a halfway house in a residential community. And I have to tell you, I was very surprised. I spoke to a couple of officers here, and they didn't know what the policy is. For what it's worth, they're going to look into it and hopefully send me an email or text. But I surely hope that the policy is indeed to inform innocent residents that somebody, well, monstrous is coming into a halfway house on their very street. Or are we at such a point now in society where privacy, even privacy of the worst, trumps all, including public safety? Let us hope that there is enough outrage that this decision by the parole board is challenged and reversed, and this monster is put back in a jail cell where he rightfully belongs. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, do you like the kind of news coverage we bring you at The Rebel? Then go to our website and become a premium content subscriber. That's premium.rebelnews.com. Sign up and never miss another Rebel video.